people are aroused. I haven't seen people so aroused in a very, very long time.
Welcome to the What's Left podcast on the Derealization Nation Media Network.
I can't afford Mountain Dew! Okay? The economy's rough right now! Obama!
Miners, I love miners.
And now, your hosts.
Hey, that's us. It's John, it's Jake, it's Brad, it's Brad's dog, it's the Derealization Media Network, it's the What's Left podcast, the Punk Rock Garage Metal podcast. Thanks for liking and subscribing. If you haven't done it already, what are you waiting for? Get it done. It's free and it helps us, it helps you, and it might help somebody else too. We really appreciate everything you guys do for us, liking, sharing, subscribing. Wherever you do find us on the internet. Let me get rid of this screen. There we go. All right, that's better. Yeah, we got a couple of things going on. There is a relative calm and pause in the war as the United States and Iran go back and forth. They stay pretty far apart. Before we get to any of that, though, I want to talk about the behavior of our president. I like to start it off, just to check in with the guy. We've been ignoring him a lot lately, honestly. And, we got to make sure that we don't forget that he exists just because he started a war. This man who is in the Epstein files and also the president of the United States. Busy man. So here he is in the White House today at the Oval Office, being asked about his son's wedding.
Are you attending your son's wedding this weekend, by the way?
He'd like me to go, but it's going to be just a small little private affair, and I'm going to try and make it. I'm in the midst. I said, this is not good timing for me. I have a thing called Iran and other things. That's one I can't win on. If I do attend, I get killed. If I don't attend, I get killed. By the fake news, of course, I'm talking about. No, but he's got a very person who I've known for a long time, and hopefully they're going to have a great marriage.
All right. So the internet obsessed over the man just over Donald Trump's shoulder there, who is pregnant with a belly button.
Is that a man or a woman?
It's a dude. That's definitely like a golf body.
It's a man?
With
an Audi.
With an Audi. Where? I don't see it. Jesus, that's distracting. Anyway, guys, I don't give a fuck if he goes to his son's wedding. Do you?
I don't care.
So what this made up idea that somebody's going to yell at him about going to his son's wedding? No legitimacy.
Donald, you could never come. I would never care if you just didn't ever come back. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Go to your son's wedding.
Please do that. In fact, stop doing Iran entirely for a while.
Yeah. Get out of there, brother.
You're not helping.
Go spend time with your family. You're in your golden years or whatever they're called.
I bet Jake would have probably had a lot to say if he showed up at this guy's wedding, would you?
If he showed up?
Yeah.
Was he even invited? Sounds like he wasn't invited.
That's a fair question. I honestly don't know.
I feel like he just found out about it. That's why he was like, wait.
Oh my God, that would be crazy. If he didn't know and the reporter.
Yeah.
You know what's more likely though is that he actually forgot about it. Because he doesn't give a fuck about his children whatsoever.
I didn't know any of them were close to being married.
Well, I mean, this is number 2, I think, for Don Jr. So
I only know Baron.
Yeah, no, he's no Baron. I don't know. Here's this. I don't know if he's trolling us by doing this all the time, or I don't know. Is he actually sweet? Here's Trump at the Coast Guard graduation ceremony.
We also have the only cadet who earned a perfect score on every single fitness test. Now we're talking fitness. Do you know who this is already? Wow, this guy must be something. I think we'll have to invite him up. I want to check it out. For the last 4 straight years, which they think may be an all-time record, congratulations to Thomas Rhodes. Thomas, get up here, please. I want to see. I want to check him out. Whoa. Wow. Oh, We're not going to fight with him. I'm not fighting him. I'm not. This is not UFC. Please understand that, Thomas. Look at this guy. Look at the muscles on this guy.
He's a wrestler too,
Thank you very much. Just hit him on the shoulder. I hurt my hand. It's like hitting a rock.
Okay. So that's weird, right?
If you were Thomas, would you go out?
No. Fucking fat chance. Absolutely not.
Brad?
But
You know I'm not. You know I'm not.
I mean, yeah, I would not be able to restrain myself if I was that close. I would not have been there because I would have been screaming at him. If I get within 10 yards of that guy, if I get within 100 yards of him, I am screaming. I'm asking why he fucks kids. Like that's what I'm doing. Like I am not fucking wasting that opportunity. Not a fucking chance.
Dude, one of my boomer uncles posted a thing about Trump like donating a skating rink or something like that. I don't know. I didn't really read the full thing. I'll be honest with you.
Gross.
But I was like, Trump raped kids, so congrats on the skating rink or whatever.
Yeah, that's great. Fucking don't
Like,
let him. I wouldn't let him around it. You know.
Yeah. And then he did another one, same premise, like, oh, look what Trump did good. And I was like, yeah, Trump's killing kids in the Middle East, but congratulations.
Yeah.
I don't.
Thousands.
What
of
are you
them.
guys talking about?
Thousands of them.
Yeah.
Who knows? Probably the ballroom, which the Senate has refused to push through, and they just took off because they don't want to have to fucking deal with it because nobody in the country wants it, and it's bad enough during the midterms. And they can't.
The insurrection reward program that they're setting up.
Right.
They're not voting on the insurrection reward program either.
No, it's funny how that works. Yeah, they're fucking scared shitless, especially since like their last primary proved that the fucking boomer generation of their party, which is most of their party, better than half of their party, is going to carry all of the worst pedophiles to term. So they're going to have the worst possible candidates to face Democrats in these midterms as well. Trump went ahead and endorsed Ken Paxton, who just let a fucking child rapist out of fucking prison, like just let him off out of prison, like just like 10 minutes ago.
Just did it right, yeah.
On top of his like jaded history of like just a whole history of just being a horrible human being, multiple affairs with his wife, all while of course quoting the Bible. So this is really like the Texas thing is really coming down to like, are Texans full of shit or aren't they? Because they've been given a white Christian Democrat who actually follows the Bible and talks about the Bible and his faith, and a fucking bullshitter Republican who could not fucking find the Bible in a stack of books, and also has like done all of these horrendous things in his life publicly. And they're going to make that decision in November, and it's going to be interesting to see.
It's going to be an absolute neck and neck down to the wire thing too. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, that's the crazy part. Yeah, it's not going to be close. All right, so let's real quick. Just a lot of internet rumors about the Massey thing. Do you guys believe that they rigged that election?
Whether or not they did it with the votes, they 100% rigged that election with all of the money.
The money, yep. Jake,
people don't know who he is. Who the fuck is Ed Galreen?
No, we'll come back around to that. Jake, real quick. Yes or no?
They have. Yeah, I think they did.
Like the voting machines, or just like the money?
The money. Because money talks. Money controls everything.
All right, Brad. So back to that point. The guy on the exit polls, people like had no idea who he was, right? Like
no clue.
They were clueless, and most of them cited an AI commercial that was created with that money of Thomas Massey walking into a hotel room holding hands with AOC and Ilhan Omar. So, racist old white people.
The boomers really believe that shit, bro. They really think that that's real. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, they still live in a world where a 5-bedroom house costs $25,000. So, in that fucking world, I guess, anything makes sense.
I think that there needs to be a certain responsibility that comes with having unlimited access to information and disinformation. There needs to be a little bit of responsibility to like decipher reality.
At least ask questions.
Boomers do not have that. Dude. AI is killing us with the boomers.
It is. But I mean, okay, we should say not all boomers, because there are boomers who have been literally protesting against this shit since Vietnam. So, shout out to
Yes,
you.
but Massey was I think plus 40 for our demographic.
Yeah, no, it was literally that demographic that killed that election. Like, if you look at the numbers, and all of that makes perfect sense, because it all lines up to me. Like, yes, it's cheating, but it's legal cheating. Yeah, they dumped $9 billion into a fucking primary.
Right.
Because Israel. But if you were Israel, you would need that kind of fucking PR, because we're over 3,000 people dead in Lebanon. We're still bombing people in Palestine, murdering people, starving children still. Like, all these things are still happening. None of this shit is real. And then you have this video comes out of Ben Gvir, he's the one with the noose pin and the noose cake and celebrating the executions. But yeah, they got this video of this guy, basically torturing the flotillas, the flotilla activists. So here is that video. We're gonna play this. It's just clipped out a little bit, about a minute of it. Welcome to Israel. We are the masters. Right-wing Israel's security minister Ben Gvir taught a flotilla activist to take to the fort. They came with so much pride, like great heroes. Look how they look now. Not heroes, nothing at all. Terror supporters. Israel has abducted 430 activists from the global Samud flotilla. Israel forces captured them in international waters, miles away from Israel, miles away from Gaza. Several countries, including Israel, France, Canada, summoned ambassadors and protests. I say to Netanyahu, give them to me for much, much longer. Give them to us, to the prisons for terrorists. That's how it should look. Israel sceptered multiple flotillas trying to breach Gaza, where the Palestinians are facing starvation. Activists have repeatedly reported torture and abuse in Israeli custody, including sexual assault. And if you're listening, that is Ben Gvir throwing a woman to the floor with the help of the IDF. They have come out with statements, many Israeli officials and people like, this is not who we are. Yes, it is.
Au contraire, that is exactly who you are.
Yeah. I don't, and this has been happening with every flotilla so far. So I don't, like, this one's broke through somehow. Any guesses as to why?
I think somebody from Italy is important, or somebody important's child.
Ireland.
Ireland, okay.
Sister of the president.
There you go.
Yep. That could be part of it. I mean, I don't know. It's there's always important people. They've all reported this. We know about this. I think it might have something to do with the lawsuit too in the New York. They have the New York Times trying to prove that they don't have this problem, but they do. Jake, I sent you a photo. Can you go ahead and pop that up for me?
Yep. Just in, Netanyahu says the way Minister Ben Gvir dealt with the flotilla activists is not in line with Israel's values and norms. And then pictured is the rubble that is Gaza. These are Israel's values and norms. Discuss.
Right. Yeah, that's what they consider values and norms. Fucking disgusting, pathetic, and all of our politicians, all of our government seems to be captured with this idea that we have to do everything that we can to protect Israel and its image. Trump said he could go and be prime minister of Israel after this is all over. What do you guys think about that?
We can have him.
Start today.
Yeah.
What are you waiting
His approval
for?
ratings are higher there than they are here.
They are. He said they're at 99%, which is something I'm sure that Benjamin Netanyahu tells him when he needs to bomb sheep in Lebanon.
I mean, if he was providing us with universal education and universal health care like he is for Israel, maybe we would support him a little more too.
That's the thing. Like, you know, the dictators that were beloved throughout history always gave their people things. You know, they provided stuff that people liked. This is not something that the United States this is not something they've done. Done quite the opposite. What was I going to say about this here? Let's check this out.
Officially back, and I just wanted to say, fuck the IDF. Anyone who defends them. Fuck my government. They torture these activists. And the mainstream news never said it. Aaron Parnas had to mention it. And then they sent him back. And seriously, this is the only mainstream. Thanks, Aaron. Is it anti-Semitic to say they torture children? Can you imagine what they do to women? Is it anti-regretful to say they want us to hate them? Is that why they show us this shit every day? I know you feel dead now, and you're losing hope, but that's all they can take. And I need you to know, Trump's approval ratings are lower than ever before, and in Israel they're higher than they've ever known, so I think it's safe to say we know who he's working for.
After I do this, I'll go to Israel, run for Prime Minister. I had a poll this morning, I'm 99%.
Shit makes me fucking sick.
Same, bro. Makes me fucking sick.
That's the America we're living in.
Yep.
America first.
America first. All right. So we have a little bit of time. So Jeffrey Epstein, one of his assistants, was in front of the oversight committee today, not for any sort of deposition, because the Republicans have shut all of those down, and now that Congress is back to being shut down, we won't see many more for a while probably. But this one is Sarah Kellen. She was Epstein's assistant. Several of the survivors don't like her very much because she worked for Jeffrey and did a lot of things. But she says that she's also a victim, and that convicted sex offender sexually and psychologically abused me and gaslit me. She's 46, and she 46 now. And she said that Comer said that she was very helpful. She was the most substantive and productive interview we've had, but Comer is kind of useless, so take that for what you will. Comer is the one, who got Hunter Biden's laptop entered into the congressional record. So now you have Hunter Biden's penis as part of the congressional record. So congratulations, America.
I'm not sure if you know, but he did an interview with Candace. Did you see that?
Comer?
No, Hunter Biden.
Oh, yeah, I saw something about that because everybody's freaking out about it.
And they were talking, and he's like, the only thing they found out on my laptop was that I'm a crackhead.
100% that's what we found out about Hunter Biden. It was terrible. If this cat, just wasn't a crackhead, he would have taken his MacBook to a fucking Apple store instead of, wherever the fucking boat on Kelly took it, that it could be dug up later. So articles labeling her as a lieutenant of Ghislaine Maxwell, she says, were a gross misrepresentation. I was a literal indentured slave. In fact, she even referred to me as her slave and minion. I had zero power or authority. I was only there to serve and submit. So that sounds like somebody who really deserves a fucking pardon.
Oh, she's gonna get one.
Yeah, she'll get one. She'll get one because Trump is in those fucking files. Just as a complete and utter coincidence, as we drop bombs on girls' schools and we're on our way to Cuba now, a fucking what do you call what are the ones that cost $1 billion aircraft carrier is on its way to Cuba. They silently deleted the post about Trump, the interview of the 13-year-old girl that Trump raped, punched in the head. That disappeared from the DOJ website. Just so happens. Imagines that. So, while the world is on fire, they're slowly deleting the record. Can't let this shit slip through the cracks. So that's why we try to keep on top of all that stuff. All right. Last thing I'm going to show you guys is this clip of Malcolm X talking about Zionism, Israel, Palestine, because the reason I think this is important is because we have been told by Hillary Clinton, Van Jones, other people that like you don't understand the history of Israel, and that's why you don't respect Israel. And to them, I say bullshit. We understand it perfectly well. It just doesn't make any goddamn sense. And here to prove my point is someone much smarter than me.
And they decided that it would be wise to establish a separate state in Israel.
And all of the world powers got together, the white world powers, I should say, got together and helped all of these white Jews to establish a separate state in the heart of dark-skinned people's territory.
Malcolm X was an ardent defender of Palestinian liberation and a serious critic of Zionism. In 1964, he visited Khan Yunis refugee camp in Gaza. In Gaza, he met the Palestinian chief judge, Mohammed Kalousi. He also met with the Palestinian poet Harun Hashim Rashid, as well as Ahmad al-Shukuri. Of the newly founded Palestinian Liberation Organization. On September 17th, he published his article, The Zionist Logic. In the article,
did the Zionists have the legal or moral right to invade Arab Palestine, uproot its Arab citizens from their homes, and seize all Arab property for themselves, just based on the religious claim that their forefathers lived there thousands of years ago? Only 1,000 years ago, the Moors lived in Spain. Would this give the Moors of today the legal and moral right to invade the Iberian Peninsula, drive out its Spanish citizens, and then set up a new Moroccan nation where Spain used to be, as the European Zionists have done to Arab brothers and sisters in Palestine?
So there's a little history. Does Israel have a right to exist? Not like that. Absolutely not.
Not as an ethno-state.
Damn Skippy. So yeah. All right. A little history lesson. All right. Well, that's the time we got for this one. Thanks for watching, liking, listening, sharing, subscribing, all the things you do to make this thing a real thing. We appreciate all of our old friends for joining us yet again, and our new friends. Welcome to you. Until next time, I'm John.
Jake.
And I'm Brad.
And that's what's left.
We are allowing the terrorist state of Israel to meddle in our elections.